Imagine being imprisoned for speaking your truth, evicted for protesting injustice, or harassed simply for standing up for someone else's rights. Sadly, this is a reality for many Malaysians. Just last year, 112 human rights defenders were investigated for peaceful assembly or expressions. Assalamualaikum and hi Mr. Rosal. My name is Mohmad Ezzad Jufri and I have worked with Suaram for over 5 years as a program officer and volunteer coordinator. Our NGO, Suara Rakyat Malaysia, stands at the forefront of Malaysia's human rights movement. Today, I want to share how your contribution can bring a life-changing impact to those whose voices are often silenced. To begin with, let me start my speech with my first point, which is the background of Suaram. Suaram, short for Suara Rakyat Malaysia, was founded in 1989 in response to the infamous Operation Lalang Crackdown. Since then, it has grown into one of Malaysia's most respected human organizations. Suaram envisions a democratic and just society where every citizen enjoys freedom of expression, peaceful assembly, and access to justice. Our mission is not just to advocate, but to empower. We document human rights abuses, provide legal assistance, and raise public awareness. We have helped over 1,200 individuals fight wrongful detentions and have provided legal workshops in rural communities nationwide. One of our core objectives is to ensure that marginalized communities, including the urban poor, indigenous groups, and migrant workers, are not left behind. This includes working with youth, B40 families, and civil society groups through grassroots education and legal empowerment. Suaram's annual human rights report have been cited with both international watchdogs and local policymakers. Now that I have shared Suaram's background and values, let me tell you about the initiative we are hoping to fund with your support. We are launching a Right to Dignity program, a legal aid and community outreach initiative aimed at reducing injustice faced by the homeless, undocumented individuals, and vulnerable youth in the Klang Valley. This program will offer mobile legal clinics, community talks, and physiological support service. These clinics will serve hotspots in Kuala Lumpur and Petaling Jaya, where the homeless population has grown by 21% since 2022. We will also conduct Know Your Rights workshops for at-risk youth, empowering them with knowledge of the legal system. Most of these individuals cannot afford legal representation or are unaware of their rights. We recently helped Amir, a 19-year-old, wrongly detained for 14 days without trial, as a justice, and it changed the course of his life. With your support, we can scale this impact hundreds more, especially during these difficult economic times. You have heard the what and why. Now, let's talk about where your generous 200,000 will go, Mr. Rosal. Your contribution won't just be a number, but instead it will become hope, shelter, and justice for many. Every ringgit will be counted for with transparency. 80,000 will fund mobile legal clinics, 50,000 for educational outreach, 40,000 for operationals and transport, and 30,000 for emergency legal aid. These services will benefit over 3,000 individuals annually, and all expenditures will be audited and reported quarterly. As a corporate sponsor, ABX Holdings will gain more than recognition. You will receive a full tax exemption under Section 44 Bracket 6, and your CSR efforts will be highlighted in our national human rights campaign. More importantly, You will position your company as a compassionate leader in social responsibility and justice. Let me wrap up by revisiting the heart of this cause. So, what can I say is, first, Suaram is a creditable, established NGO fighting for justice since 1989. Our Right to Dignity program aims to support the most vulnerable in the Klang Valley. And lastly, your 200,000 will directly impact lives while bringing your company meaningful CSR value. Let me end my speech with the words of Martin Luther King Jr. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Let us not wait for injustice to knock on our door before we act. Be the voice. Support Suaram, Suara Rakyat Malaysia. I hope that you will reconsider your choices, Mr. Rosal, and thank you for listening to my persuasive speech.